morning everyone. Today we will discuss about parts of a plant. Yes, parts of a plant. Broadly, plants, different parts of a plant divided into two categories. First is the upper one is the shoot system and the lower one is the root system. Shoot system comprises of leaves, stem, flowers, fruits and seeds, and the shoot system comprises of roots, lateral roots, taproot and maybe fibrous root. So let us discuss about these parts of a plant. First of all, roots. As you can see, roots hold the plants in the soil. They also anchor the plants in the soil and hold the soil together to prevent the soil erosion. The roots of the plant absorb water and nutrients from the soil, that is must for the plant for different activities as well as for the process of photosynthesis. This water and nutrients absorbed by the roots from the soil is conducted by the stem of the plant. You can see stem of the plant to different parts of the plant, and in the same way the food prepared by the green leaves of the plant is also conducted by the stem to different parts of the plant. So the process of conduction means taking the water, nutrients and food to different parts of the plant is done by the stem. Stem also gives support to the plant and help the plant to stand erect. Next one are leaves. Leaves, as you can see, these are the green in color. Yes, leaves are green in color. These leaves are green in color due to the presence of a green color pigment chlorophyll. Yes, due to the presence of a green color pigment chlorophyll. This chlorophyll trap the sunlight. This chlorophyll trap the sunlight which is must for the process of photosynthesis. These leaves also do the process of transpiration as well as the exchange of gases, and this exchange of gases is done with the help of stomata that are present on the lower surface of the leaves. So green leaves of the plant performs photosynthesis as well as transpiration as well as help in the exchange of gases through stomata for the process of respiration as well as photosynthesis. Now our next important and reproductive and the most attractive part of a plant are flowers. Flowers are the reproductive part of a plant. They help in the process of pollination as well as they produce the seeds in the ovary. The flowers are converted into fruits, which is a fleshy part of a plant, and these fruits protect the seeds, and the seeds which are found inside the fruits or flowers, they give rise to a new plant. Today we will discuss about parts of a plant. Plants are really important for all living beings on this planet Earth. Plants provide food, shelter, medicines, fuel and oxygen for all of us. They also helps to maintain the balance of ecosystem. Different parts of a plants are roots, stem, leaves, fruits, flowers and seeds in flowers or fruits. All of these parts perform specific functions. So let us discuss one by one. Roots. Roots of a plant absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Roots of a plant absorb water and nutrients from the soil as well as it helps in anchor the plants in the soil. Now, the water and nutrients absorbed by the roots conducted by the stem to the different parts of the plant. And in the same way, food prepared by the leaves is also conducted by the stem to different parts of the plant. Means stem do the process of transportation of food, water and nutrients from roots and from leaves to different parts of the plant. Stem also gives support to the plant. It also gives support to the plant. Now next are our leaves. Leaves are mostly green in color and do the process of photosynthesis. Yes, they do the process of photosynthesis in the presence of a sunlight, and this sunlight is trapped by the green color pigment, and this pigment is known as chlorophyll. So green leaves which are green due to a green color pigment chlorophyll, which trap the solar energy with the help of that sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and nutrients. Leaves prepare food for plants as well as for all living beings. Leaves also do the process of transpiration. Now after that, flowers. Flowers are the most attractive and reproductive part of a plant. Yes, it is the most attractive and reproductive and colorful part of the plant, and the seeds are produced in flowers in the ovary of the flowers. Fruits are the fleshy part which protect the seeds. Yes, they protect the seeds, and the seeds have the plant material that grows into a new plant. So these are the different parts of a plant. Sometimes in our lawns or in crop fields, unwanted plants grow, and these unwanted plants are known as weeds. These are known as weeds. So if in our lawns or in our crop field weeds are there, we should remove them. Otherwise they will compete for water, for sunlight and for nutrients along with the main plant. Today we will discuss about types of a plant. Yes, different types of plants. On the basis of sizes, we can categorize the plants into three categories. First, herb. Next one, shrub. And next one, trees. Herbs are the small plants with green, tender and soft stem, and mostly herbs do not have branches like your mint. Shrubs are the medium-sized plants which are bigger than the herbs. They have hard and thick stem, and they have branches from the base. They have the branches from the base, and due to that they have the bushy appearance like your rose and jasmine. Trees are the bigger one. They are tall. They have hard, thick and brown stem. They have hard, thick and brown stem, and trees have branches from the upper side. At this upper side they have the branches like the neem and mango. So on the basis of sizes, we can categorize the plants into three categories: herb, shrubs and trees. Now few plants are there which have thin, weak and long stem. They have thin, weak and long stem and they can't stand upright. These type of plants are known as creepers, like watermelon and pumpkin. Now again there is a one more categories. It is known as climbers. These plants also have thin, weak and long stem, but they can go upright, they can go upside if they will found any spot. Means they can go upside if by taking the neighboring spot. These type of plants are known as climbers, like your grapevine. And the spot through which they moving upwards, they have the special modification. This spot is known as tendrils. It is known as tendrils. So plants which are the climbers, with the help of tendrils, maybe leaf tendrils and maybe stem tendrils, they can go upside. So on the basis of sizes, plants can be categorized into 5 types: herbs, shrubs, trees, as well as creepers and climbers. Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about chapter number 7, plants around us. Yes, there are large number of plants growing around us. They can grow in soil, in water and on another plants also. Plants are living beings. Yes, they are living beings, but they are different from animals as they remain fixed in the soil. They remain fixed in the soil with the help of the roots. Yes, plants are multicellular. They are multicellular and do the process of photosynthesis. Yes, photosynthesis is a process to prepare the food by the plants with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Plants capture the energy of the sun and take the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, take the water from the soil and prepare the food for themselves as well as for all living beings. Plants, basically there are two systems in plants: root system and shoot system. Root system and shoot system. Root system consists of roots like the taproot, fibrous root and lateral roots. And in shoot system we can see stem, leaves, flowers and seeds. So plants can be divided into 2 parts: root system and shoot system. Root system comprises of different types of roots, and the shoot system like your flower, stems, leaves and seeds, etc. Now every living beings or everyone directly or indirectly depend on the plants for their food as well as for all things needed for our survival. For example, if we will talking about food, herbivores eat plants directly, so they are directly depend on the plants, wherever carnivores which depend on herbivores for their food, they are indirectly depend on plants. So plants give us a number of products which are needed by every living beings. They provide us food, shelter and they provide medicines as well as fuels. It is a must for maintain the balance in the ecosystem. Yes, during the process of photosynthesis, plants take carbon dioxide, they absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen gas. This is must to maintain the balance of carbon dioxide in the nature as well as ecosystem balance, because this oxygen released by the plants during the process of photosynthesis is must for the process of respiration for all living beings. A number of products are produced by the plants which are must for the human nutrition and for good health. Fruit, vegetables, wheats, grains, pulses are must for human being for their proper growth, to obtain energy and for proper nutrient maintenance balance of their body. Food, shelter is provided by plants to a number of birds, insects, reptiles and worms. A single tree can provide food and shelter to a number of species like the birds, insects, reptiles and the worms. Some plants are also grown up for the sake of biofuels. Yes, coal we can obtain from the plant, wood and some other fuels we also obtain from the plants. These fuels are less expensive, less toxic and less harmful, and that's why they are the best for the maintenance of the balance in the ecosystem. They are less harmful for our environment. So plants are must for all living beings. We will discuss about flowering and non-flowering plants. Flowering plants which bear flowers. Those plants which bear flowers are known as flowering plants. For example, rose, jasmine. And those plants which do not bear flowers are known as non-flowering plants, like your ferns, moss and mushrooms. Most of the plants are flowering plants. Plants are really important for our living beings because they provide a lot of things for human being as well as for all living beings. On the basis of size, plants can be divided into three categories. First is your herbs, next is your shrubs, and next is your trees. And on the basis of long and weak stem, plants again can be divided into two more categories. These are the creepers and climbers. So creepers are those ones which have long, weak stem and they can't stand upright and they grow by lying on the ground, like your watermelon. And climbers are those ones which also have long and weak stem, but they can climb up, they can go upside by taking the support of the neighboring structures, like your grapevine. And in such plants, in climbers, there are special modifications to give the support to the plants, and these modifications are known as tendrils. So, on the basis of presence of flower or absence of flower, there are two categories, flowering plants and the non-flowering plants. And on the basis of sizes, there are three categories, herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs like your mint, shrubs like rose plant, and trees like your mango tree or neem tree. And those plants which have long and weak stem, they can be categorized into two categories, creepers and climbers.